Hello, 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 my beautiful twins. Welcome to my channel. I'm Darlene, and I'm going to start your reading right away. We'll have one deck here, the Light Seer deck for the Divine Masculine, and then we have the Arcana deck for the Divine Feminine. And I'm going to start shuffling and see what we have to add to our story. So some things to keep in mind, please. That there is no gender in tarot, so if I say he or she, that's probably because that's what's on the card, or that I'm referring to the essence of an energy. Also, if this story does not seem to fit, please don't try to make it fit. This could be on a different timeline. These readings are timeless. You might check out some of my other readings. One of those might be your story. So whenever you find this is when you're meant to find it. All right, they're saying that deck is ready. And let's see what else while I'm shuffling this deck. I'd like to, I don't think I muted my phone. I hope it doesn't ring. To thank everybody who's watched my videos, and I'm so very, very grateful. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, so all of that matters. And I have playlists for Scorpio and also a deceased loved ones playlist. So if you have someone that's crossed over that you're thinking about, you might want to look into that. We'll also start doing some live readings where I am a medium, so I can bring through people who have crossed over, as well as do readings like this for you. Boy, it's a lot of cards, but okay. All right, I am just going to turn these over for now, and I might come back and pull some more cards there, but let's get started. Over here for the Divine Feminine, let's see what kind of energy you have going on if you are the feminine in this twin flame journey. Ooh. Well, for some of you, this is, if you're new here, I typically read this top row as past energy. The middle row will be current, and the bottom row will be potential future, and I do not control free will, so bear that in mind. If your person is a ding-dong idiot, I can't control that, and whatever. Okay. I forgot to turn my other light on here 1 second. I hope there's not a glare. This is telling me that you have felt there has been injustice and imbalance in your relationship, disharmony in your relationship, and that you have felt out in the cold. This is, again, past energy. You could do, I feel some resonance still happening here. And frankly, Divine Feminine, you are questioning whether you still feel passionate about this or not. This is typically, for me, it can mean a missed opportunity, but it can also mean just losing passion for something. So let's see how you're feeling in the current energies. Well, I don't feel like you have any communication coming in from your twin at the moment. This Knight of Swords in reverse tells me that. Now, I feel like this is more about your twin than it is about you, but it could be you, because this obviously is your side over here. The Hangman in reverse to me is someone who's not been able to get a new perspective on things. And what I'm feeling about that is because your twin is not giving you any reason to feel differently about this. Now, I'm not taking sides here, but that's the energy that I'm feeling, is that nothing is happening here. There's no communication. So how can you get a new perspective? This can be a number of things. Of course, it can be plans delayed. It can be in the upright. This is somebody making a choice, making plans to move out and see the world. And what am I going to do out there? This is the globe here. In the reverse, to me, it could be that's delayed, stalled, or you have made a choice. That can also mean, and I know it's all over the park, that you've not been able to make a choice. Maybe this is telling me because you're feeling stuck over here and unable to get a new perspective because you haven't heard from your person, you're not communicating with your person, that you're feeling, I guess I don't have a choice but to move on here. Or you could be saying, or I have no other choice than to pick a certain one and keep moving if your twin's not communicating. I hope that's making sense. So let's see what these last three cards over are for your potential. Ooh, so twins, this is looking like you're ending something that you right now are feeling that, or this is potential, future. You're feeling that the truth of this situation is that it's time for you to move on, to find, and that's why I was having trouble with this card. It felt like that, but that's not literally the meaning of that card. It feels to me like you've decided, I've realized the truth here about the situation is my twin's just not communicating. They don't want to take action. This is how you're feeling. Now, this may not be the truth. We'll see what your divine masculine says, but this is what you're feeling right now. That the truth of this is nothing is happening here, and that's kind of forcing you to feel like you need to walk away, that this situation is toxic for you. And I tell you what else I'm getting from this devil card is obsessive thinking. Now, we know, if you've done any homework on what this twin flame relationship is about, one of the distinguishing factors is obsessive thinking. And I feel like that's a big part of this energy, is that you're trying to decide, I know what my truth is, I know I need to move on, but it's so hard. I'm just caught in this gerbil wheel of this obsessive thinking here. And then at the bottom of the deck, sort of substantiating this Eight of Cups, is the Nine of Cups in reverse, telling me that you are realizing, or you feel like the evidence that it's showing you right now is that this is not your wish. Your wishes are not being fulfilled, plain and simple. And you could be frankly angry about that. This Queen of Swords in reverse is a very unhappy energy. Yeah, she does not mince words. She, in fact, can be very cruel with her words and can be angry. And you feel like you're being, wow, what I'm feeling here, you feel like you're being forced to make a choice that you don't want to make, which I believe is this walking away card. It's not really what you want. You feel like that because you feel like you're being manipulated. Yeah. That you are telling me you'd like to work on this situation, but you see no evidence that you can move to calmer waters. It's just, and it's hard for you to move on because of this obsessive thinking. You're finding it very difficult to move on. So you're feeling, that's the toxicity here, is you're feeling like you can't move on. And yet but you're not seeing anything from your twin. And you're feeling very, very conflicted. And this can also be the card of competition and conflict. And you feel very brokenhearted about this. This is the Three of Swords. You can't, this card doesn't show up unless there's a lot of love there. There has to be a lot of love for you to be hurt this deeply. So clearly, you're feeling pain over this, my divine feminines. Now I'm going to try not to knock that over. Let's see what your twin is saying over here. Yeah, well, right out of the gate, this tells me that there's no action. There's nothing happening here. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. absolutely at a dead standstill. However, the Ace of Swords, now I will mention there's a high percentage of twin flames in this twin flame cycle that are Scorpios. And if you are, or maybe you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, I recommend you go back and watch my last couple of readings for Scorpio. And in particular, the one, I'm getting ready to post one that is a no contact Scorpio reading. I recorded it right before this one. So they should come out at the same time. And this card came out as, and again, these cards can have different meanings, but it was an epiphany. This can be the truth, something, cutting through the harsh truth of something, but it can also be an epiphany. And maybe that because that is between these two cards, maybe your divine masculine is saying, I realize there's been no movement. I've been sitting over here, sitting on my hands, and I have an epiphany now that if I don't do something, I'm going to lose my twin. And so I know that I need to apologize and I need to come forward and show some action. So this is what's been in the past. Now, again, this top row is the past. So maybe they're having a realization here. Let's see what they're feeling in the present. Okay, this can mean two things. They're walking away from something that doesn't make them happy. 8 broken cups. Towards something that does make them happy. See the sun in the distance here? So your twin is walking away from something that has not made them happy, that they've been disappointed about, and wanting a brand new beginning. This is a very tangible beginning, the Ace of Pentacles. So I don't know if they're telling me right now that this is some, in their life, if your twin is with someone else, which is a common occurrence in the twin flame journey, that could be that person. But they're not happy there if that's the case. It could be you, but let's see what these last 3 cards. This is potential now. Oh, goodness. So you both have the 3 of Swords. You had it in the bottom of your deck here. Your person is really hurting, and I see, goodness. So this to me is substantiating this row over here, that you feel you have to walk away from this, and your twin is feeling the pain of walking away from that, because they're missing you, but there's no communication. It could also be saying, because of what's going on up here for them, even though they're wanting this new beginning, maybe they can't quite do that yet, and they're afraid that you're walking away, and that's what's causing this pain. And they're really regretting, they're missing you, but they're not able to communicate with you, or they haven't been. Now see, that's conflicting to me. Maybe this is just saying they haven't been able to take action. Let's read that way. That makes much more sense with this card. They have not been able to take action, or they feel like maybe in the future, again, this was future, potential future, they might be communicating to you, because this is the card of communication, of why they haven't been able to take action. Oh, goodness, yeah, and it could, 2 ways to read this. This could be because of a Queen of Pentacles, if you know that your person has been involved with someone else, that they were not single, and there was no movement here. Again, the Page of Pentacles can be making an offer, so they couldn't do that. It could also tell me they haven't learned everything that they needed to learn in terms of spiritual lessons with this relationship with this Queen. But they don't want to fight for it anymore. And they're feeling very heartbroken. We've got that here, but this is remorse and regret. And the 2 of Swords saying, I know I'm at a crossroad. I know I have to do something. I can't sit here and do nothing. I'm going to try to turn the wheel in my favor. I'm hoping, and I hear praying, because I want to get out of this hangman. But right now, this is where I am. So you've got the hangman in reverse. The hangman in the upright tells me this person, yes, they're stuck, but at least they're working on getting a new perspective here, finding some insight and some inspiration, because they know if they don't, there's not going to be any reconciliation here with you twins. And they're running out of time. This is divine timing sometimes. Plans that did not come to pass. Please forgive me. With this Queen of Cups, which I presume this is you. As I said, I typically, in my readings, the divine feminine is the Queen of Cups or the Empress. And so you've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups here. Just let me hold this. Both in the reverse. Because there's been a lot of conflict and a lot of competition, and even some harsh truths about deception here. All right, well, that is, that's a lot. That's what that is. That's a lot. All right, let me pull 3 last cards here. I'm going to go for this small deck. What final messages, Spirit, would you like to give my twins here? Thank you. Knight of Wands. Well, that could say they might be rushing into you pretty quick. The Knight of Wands, as we know, is often fast movement, but they're also known as the player card, someone who's not consistent, someone who comes in fast and leaves fast. And the Nine of Wands, I know these cards are small, so you're probably having difficulty seeing what they are. The Page of Wands and the Nine of Cups. I'm going to want one more here. The Empress, yes, okay. So this is saying to me, I feel like this is more your divine masculine speaking here. I know I need to take action, and I need to do it fast, and I'm feeling passionate about my twin. This burden I'm bearing with no contact, and now, because I feel like that's what's going on here. I don't know that, but but the cards are telling me there seems to be no communication here. That's a heavy burden for me, being away from my twin and not talking to them. You know, I feel like there's no, well, here again, Page of Wands can be no communication in the reverse also. And the Empress in the reverse, as I said, is often you. So they're feeling, or you both, actually, I'm going to correct myself. You both are feeling this common energy here, that you feel like nothing is going on. And yet, at the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Cups tells me you're both still hoping and wishing that there could be some action here. So you both are each other's wish fulfillment. And the Seven of Pentacles, divine timing, waiting, planting those seeds, watching them grow, so to speak. You're hoping. But this is telling me the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's just probably one of those down cycles. And then the Eight of Wands in the reverse now because of a Queen of Wands. Again, I'm going to come back to, right, and the Two of Pentacles. I'm going to come back to, if your person is involved with somebody else, this is my third party queen, could be telling me that they're overwhelmed with the situation there. They're trying to be strong in that situation. And now we have the Queen of Swords. Because they're dealing with truths, but also harsh truths. And this deck, she looks pitiful. I feel like this is the same person, these queens, but they are keeping an eye on you, and I feel like you also are keeping an eye on them. This can be checking up on their social media. This could be looking through old texts and pictures that you shared with each other. But right now, this twin flame connection is not in the most stable place. This is instability for me, the King of Pentacles in reverse. You'd like to find balance. You'd like for there to be even give and take here. And frankly, you'd like to work on it. You'd like to work on it, but until you can resolve this Five of Wands, you know, this is, however, this is in the reverse, which is a good sign. That means you're tired of this conflict. You really want to put it down. I think both of you are holding on to the other one, the Four of Pentacles. You're both holding on, not wanting to let go of each other. And very possibly, you know, this Knight of Cups could be communication and an apology. Knight of Cups here, Knight of Cups here, twice. And you don't see it coming because it's right by the moon there. What you don't see coming could be that your person, your twin, is communication with your twin. Well, all right, folks.
I didn't get that. Try again.
Thank you, Siri. I appreciate that. That's my reading today for you guys. Thank you for being here. And again, this twin flame journey is, it's like chapters in a book. Each week it can be different because you're all in a different timeline. You can get in and get out in different parts of this journey. You know, you might open the book to chapter 6 and somebody else might open the book at chapter 1. So the story won't always fit for you, but for those who are watching today, and I really appreciate you being here, and I hope this helped you in some way, have clarity, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you. Appreciate you watching, and take care. Bye.